My name is Tilden Moschetti. I am a syndication attorney and the founder of the Moschetti Law Group. We focus on private placements and doing private placement memorandums for syndicators. One question we oftentimes get is, what exactly is an accredited investor anyway? So what qualifies someone to be an accredited investor? Well, there's really a few different tests that tell us whether or not they are. Now, first, there are some categories that I'm not going to talk about here. I'm going to be talking just about individual investors. There are some different ways to analyze if an organization is an accredited investor, but for the purposes of this video, we're just going to talk about individuals. So they may hold a securities license. That one's pretty clear. If they hold certain securities licenses, they are allowed to be considered an accredited investor. Now, those are very specifically securities licenses at this point. The rules may change, but it does not mean licensed real estate broker. It does not mean CPA. It does not mean lawyer. It means that they actually have a securities license that's registered through FINRA and also is known by the SEC. The main tests, though, that we look at are two, and they are the income test and the net wealth test. So the income test asks this. It says, is the net income of the investor, so the taxable income is the number that we use, is that taxable income greater than $200,000 for the past 2 years, the past 2 tax years, and likely to be present in the current year? If that amount is over $200,000 for an individual, or if you're signing with a spouse, is that amount over $300,000? So if you and your spouse both make $160,000 a year, that's fine. That's $320,000, which is over $300,000. That works, even though it's below that $200,000 mark. Or if you make $210,000 and your wife doesn't make any, that's okay too, because you can come in under the individual status as well to make that investment. So that's the income test. So 2 years, $200,000 or $300,000 of income, and then also have the same expectations for the current year. For the net wealth test, it actually asks just whether it's spouse or not. It says, do they have over $1 million, not counting the value of any equity in the primary residence. So what that means is, all the assets and all that the family has or the investor has, is that minus any liabilities, is that greater than the than $1 million. Now, when it comes to the family residence, if the family residence is underwater, then we do bring the residence into play just on the liabilities side. So say the house is worth $1 million, but you've got a loan of $1.2 million on it, then all we're doing is we subtract that $200,000 from the as part of calculating net wealth, so it could bring it down some more. But we do not add any value. If that same $1 million house has a loan on it for $500,000, you do not get that additional $500,000 to add to the asset column. So that is how we calculate and figure out if you are a accredited investor. If you need some help with your syndication, be it for real estate, you're an entrepreneur, you're raising some capital for your business, or you're putting together that new cryptocurrency hedge fund, give us a call. My name is Tilden Moschetti. I am a syndication attorney, or visit us online at www.moschettilaw.com, or if you need help just with your private placement memorandums, we've got you covered there too. ppm.moschettilaw.com.